Good afternoon. I was thinking, just going back memory lane, went back to school. I remember that we had as our school, we had a debating team. And we also had a process, a system where students would be allowed to speak something, a topic they would choose in the morning assembly. And this would happen every day because assembly was every day. It's so strange, which for some time I couldn't understand why this happened with me. So I was ready with my script. I was ready to talk about, I think it was something to do with reading and the benefits of reading, daily reading, whether it's a magazine or a book. So I was ready with my subject and I was ready to go on to the stage to give my speech after the principal finished his little talk and all. And suddenly one teacher comes and says, "No, you're not going today. Another student is going to go." And I was like, why? What happened? I mean, you agreed that I would do it. You read what I'm going to say. And I was just rejected. And this is just an example. This rejection of me being ready with something to do, and last moment something happens and I've been pushed aside. Many times, even in swimming competitions, I was there as a part of the team, and at the nth hour I was removed and put aside. For some time I couldn't understand what's happening and what was lacking. Is it the preparation that was not there? Is it something that I've made a mistake in the process and the approach? I couldn't understand, and nobody could explain this to me. So rejection is something which I encountered time and again. People came in my life as friends, even family, just pushed me aside. Now, either I would become absolutely sad and start crying, which didn't happen, thankfully, but something here, it just stopped. And it was like suddenly a rock falling into my hand, and a big one, and I'm just going down on my knees with that weight. And then not understanding what is this and how do I handle it? So what I'm trying to say here, friends, is that rejection is something which we will encounter. I'm sure you have encountered it in different ways, in different situations, at different times. But rejection is a part of life again. You may feel that you're not being valued. You may feel that you're not worthy enough. You may feel that you're not good enough for anything or anyone. It's a natural thing to feel. But what I've understood and what my experience has been, if one holds on to that rejection, not just the word, but what you feel when it happens, if you hold on to it or get attached to it, that's problems. Those are heading towards what I call as self-destruction. Because rejection is something which will happen, it's external, but how you process that rejection and how you deal with it is completely in our hands, in your hands. It can be something as simple as your parents, could be mother or father, not entrusting you with a task at the bank, like going to the bank and depositing a check. The point blank telling you, no, you don't do it, you're not capable. Rejection. Not sharing something or sharing, being a part of a decision-making process, whether it's buying a car, whether it's buying certain clothes, or even traveling to another destination on a holiday. You're not a part of it. You're put aside. You feel rejected. And there are many, many such things. But are you really unworthy? Question. Do you really feel outcasted? Question. Do you feel it's the end of the world? Question. None of these are there. Those are instantaneous emotions that come up. The question is, do you recognize it? Do you accept it? And then move on. See, what I've understood is this. We cannot be good in everything. So let us first accept that. So when we are not good in everything, it's easier to handle it when people come and say, look, you don't do this because I don't think you'll be able to. It's okay, because you yourself have processed it and you know that you're not yet ready to take on that task. It's like, for example, somebody coming and telling me when I was working that, look, why don't you take charge of the logistics of a particular project? And I would say, no, look, I don't think I'm good at it. I rather do the marketing bit whenever the time comes. So because I knew that I'm not that well equipped to handle logistics. Yes, when I studied it, I worked in logistics for some time. I was more capable. I could take it on. In fact, I would ask, why did you give it to me? I'll handle it. And even after that, if they said no, I'm okay with it. Because I didn't get the opportunity now, I'll get it some other time. And I'm okay with it. I will keep working on it. I have worked on myself in various areas so that I am capable, and when the time comes, I'll take on that task. But if someone puts me aside saying that, no, you can't do it, or you are not capable, I'm okay with it. Because I've understood that is an opinion being stated by somebody. It's not cast in stone. I will listen to the opinion, but I will not internalize it. What I will take back for sure is that, is it true what they are saying? Am I really lacking in something? Let me take a look. Let me reflect upon it. And then work on myself. Work on my skill sets. Whether it's ability to communicate with people, whether it's ability to do a task on time, whether it's ability to keep myself healthy so that I'm able to do all the other things that life offers me. So there's nothing called rejection. You can never be rejected. You will only be rejected if you reject yourself. Because everything else is external. You've got to understand this, friends. You reject yourself. No one can reject you. By understanding that you have limitations and you have certain assets within you. You have certain resources which you need to tap into and bring the best out of that for you and thereby for others around you. If you have the seeking attitude, the attitude to seek, the attitude of being open to whatever comes your way and then selecting what is good for you and what will not work for you. And it's okay. You need not be a master of everything, but you could definitely be a master of one or two things, which will not only enhance your life state, it'll add value to your life, and you are then contributing to yourself, your own growth, and then contribution towards society at large. So I leave you with this thought. Have you ever felt rejected? Has anyone rejected you? And if so, how did you handle it? Because the choice is completely yours. To accept rejection or work on the rejection as a learning process to improve yourself. Have patience. Don't be too hard on yourself. You are capable. You can grow. The choice is yours. What is your purpose and what is your intent? That is the important thing. A time will come when you say, yeah, let it come. Let rejections come. It's good because I know then where all I need to work. Now that is a very healthy attitude. That doesn't mean you keep slowing yourself down and then get rejected every time. No. Keep working on yourself. And when rejections do come, accept it, analyze it, process it, see what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and move ahead. Wish you all the best.